My name is Marcus Harris. For the last 20 years, I've devoted my practice to drafting, negotiating software and SaaS-related agreements, litigating software disputes, and protecting intellectual property in courts and tribunals across the country. I want to talk today about common issues that we see when we're negotiating SaaS-related agreements, including termination, the vendor's ability to increase prices over time, and vendor obligations related to service levels and uptime guarantees in those agreements. Most SaaS vendors would like nothing more than to get you locked into a multi-year contract that automatically renews and also has automatic price increases for each one of those renewals. I think it's imperative when you're negotiating these agreements that you negotiate some sort of a cap on the vendor's ability to increase those fees, certainly during your initial term, whether it's 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. You want to have the fees fixed for the duration of that initial term, and for any subsequent renewal term, you are going to want to negotiate some sort of cap, whether that's fixed to a CPI plus 5 metric, or it is a percentage of the spend in the last year of the initial term. Whatever it is, it needs to be objective and it needs to be mutually agreed upon. You want to protect yourself from having an open checkbook and from the vendor just charging you exorbitant fees year over year. With respect to renewals, you want to make sure that you negotiate some sort of notice provision in that agreement that allows you to not renew that agreement 30 days, 90 days, whatever it is. You want to make sure you put language in there that gives you the ability to get out of that contract. And then finally, you want to make sure that the vendor has certain obligations under that agreement. Service level agreements really define what the uptime access to that SaaS product is going to be, whether it's 99.999, 99.9, whatever it is. Again, you want to have some objective measure of your ability to access and utilize the product that you have purchased access to. There also needs to be some verifiable consequence and obligation if the vendor doesn't meet its uptime guarantees, and that can include anything from service level credits, it can include refunds, and I think certainly if the software is not accessible repeatedly over a period of time, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, something like that, you want to have the ability to terminate that agreement and walk away, and ideally you want to be able to get your money back for whatever remaining portion of the term is available. And I think if you focus on these issues when you're negotiating cloud agreements, you're going to set yourself up for success.